How's it going, everybody? This is Mark Borscht, um, coming to you on this beautiful Monday, July 7th. Coming into the latter part of the trading session today. Couple of nice trades. Made an Apple analysis video that I'm going to upload for you guys on YouTube, and I want to show you guys this BlackBerry analysis here. I want to show you where I found this originally and kind of the swing trade opportunity that I found originally, and the intraday opportunity as well that presented itself today. So here we go. I originally found this thing back in around here in May. Came off its lows. I see that it had a low of $5.44, and I can see its next low set here at $7, so $2 higher. So it made some higher lows, which I liked. You can see here the trend line was gearing up a little bit here, and if you zoom out far enough, you can see that $8 was a key resistance level. So this is basically what I found back in late May, early June, and I'll show you kind of my thought process behind this pattern here. So you can see we've got some resistance at $8. A higher low has been set, so previous low at 544, new lows at 705 here, and you can see it's slowly been grinding up towards that $8 resistance. So you can see a historic resistance tends to have bigger breakouts if it's been tested a lot previously. So you can see what really got to me about this pattern was once I found it around, I believe it was around this day over here. You can see it was trading around the top of its pattern here, around the top range of the pattern right here. So around the $8 resistance, you can see it's just grinding up near the top of the range. So that's something that I really like. I'll zoom out again and I'll show you why $8 is so important, because you can see here gap down, it retested it once, tested it again twice, 3 times consolidated, 4 times broke out here, came back down, retested as support. So that's 6, broke through it, retested, broke through, came back down again, retested it, broke through, retested here, consolidated, broke through again, tested again, and now as we zoom in closer, you can see here it tested, it broke it, but it came back down, so that's a failed test. And then you can just see it's been ramping up slowly since, and just trading near the top of its range. And finally the breakout came in June 16th around here at the $8 mark. So I was looking towards $9 as the first target, $10. I was thinking around $10.50 to be the next target here. But if you follow the price action, you can see we broke out here, held the $9 price, held the $9 break, broke out again over the previous close, or sorry, the previous open. Came in here, made a flag pattern down in here that was broken as well. So nice continuation pattern. You can see we're consolidating. So we've bounced here. You can see we've got continuation. So we've got an uptrend here, uptrending. You can see the higher lows being set. New resistance here at 9. Sorry, becomes support. That holds. We see another continuation, some consolidation, another continuation. If we zoom in again, you'll see that we had another continuation here. So some more price action turned into a flag here, which was broken today in today's price action. So you can see from the original break, I like to get into the moves before the break happens. So if I see this resistance around here, I like the pullback. So this would have been the day to enter this trade, is on the pullback down here. So the break, pullback back into support around 782. So 782 is where you're ideally looking into it. The overall big picture that I saw here was I saw the gap down in last July. So around a year from now, so rather a year ago. And over here you can see that the $11 around this area is where there might be some previous resistance for this move. So this might be the channel that we're forming here, 544. can come up here a little bit. We'll leave it at that. So 544 to $11. So I was looking for it to hit here, which I'm happy it did. And now I'm looking for a partial if this continuation does happen. I want to see some consolidation on this level. And if it does hold, this is here where you can see that it gapped down around this price level. So I'm looking around 1330s, maybe 1350s to see if we can get a test, a gap fill basically back up into these levels around the 13.5s. So that's what I'm looking for here. On the intraday, some nice opportunities presented themselves. On the 15-minute candles, here I like to just take a quick look. So the 9:30 a.m. candle, again, I like to use its range, the opening range, to judge how the day is going to go. So you can see here the open and the close of the first 15 minutes is basically what I'm looking at here. And I'll zoom into the 5-minute chart, which shows the opportunity presented to buy itself right here at the 1088 mark today. So this is basically called trading around your core. So you hold a core position, which is what I would have suggested you to do in regards to this pattern here. So holding this while at the same time trading around your core. So holding one pattern, the swing trade in one account, and then in another account you trade around the core, which is the intraday trading that I'm talking about right now. So if you zoom into this guy, the 1-day 5-minute opportunity presented itself around 1088. You can also use the 3-minute, which I like as well for intraday opportunities. So again, around 1088, that's where I'd be entering. Right here, you can see I like to exit on the break of the previous candle's low when I see a breakout. So what that means is basically if I buy in on here 1088, if this level gets broken down, so if my low gets broken down of 1088, okay, so after the first candle I use its low. So in this case it closed here. So my low for this candle is if this candle broke below this low of 1088, I would have been out of this trade. However, it did not. It stayed near the highs. So it came up in here. So my stop loss gets moved here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And now you have to pay attention to this because this is important. So the low here was $11.22. Next candle was $11.22. So we're still in this trade. Remember, I only exit when it closes under the low, not if it stays above it. So or on it. Only when it closes under the low, or rather goes under the low. So again, on this candle here, 11.22, we're still in this trade. This is the candle that exits the trade for us, low of 11.20. So this is the low that knocked us out of the trade here. So this would have been around a 3% move, which I mean is a pretty good trade intraday. However, if you're playing options, it's a significantly bigger move. So that's also something to look into. So how it's looking right now, it seems like it's starting to range, but we're making more of a downward range. Looking at resistance around the $11. You can see here, I think we are low of 1107, low of 1107. So been going down a bit. If I zoom it out like this, you can see it's been a bit of a downtrend. This is a tweezer bottom over here. So we'll see at around $11, 1107 tweezer bottom. So if this thing breaks this high of 1112, it might come back and test the 1122. But overall, looks like it's just consolidating here. So this is a nice flag pattern. So what do we want to see here? At the end of the day, I'm going to revisit this video, or rather revisit this chart. But this is basically what we're looking at here. So this is our flag pattern here. You can see today we've got the move from here to here, and we've got a nice flag here. So this might be the candle. Let's see if this is actually the candle that brings us into the trade. So let me just go into here, And this is how you take emotions out of the trading, guys. It's very simple. You can use fundamentals as well to, rationalize your trades. If you see a key technical area um, approaching resistance, and you see that there's news coming up, or there's PR behind the move, then you can see that there might be a bigger audience. The breakout might be bigger, so that might be a good time to get in. But right now we're looking at this flag pattern here on BlackBerry. Let's see, we've had a nice big move, nice flag pattern forming here, coming up near the top of the resistance range here. So this is looking all right. You can see here, looks like we're getting a break here. So in this instance, I like to use 3-minute charts here, so you guys can kind of see how I watch these BBRY. 3 minutes, 1 day, 3 minute. Trend line, so 1131. Alright, so here we are. Extend this guy to the right. Okay, so you can see here it's testing the top of the range. Looks like it's getting rejected right here, but let's wait for the candle close and see how this goes. And that's how we do it. Just zoom on in, look at the patterns, know the patterns, and that's it. So we'll check this out at the end of the day, see how it turned out here. So it's again 102. That's the end of this one. So go ahead, give me a follow, guys, at BORSZCZM on Twitter. I'll start posting these videos onto my YouTube page, so you guys can go ahead and revisit them. And just tweet at me any companies you guys are looking at. I'd love to do some analysis. Just get more eyes on charts and help you guys trade with less emotion.